All right, welcome back. Bright and early? Not really. 10 a.m. Bright and early. Welcome back to the Golden Rule.
Hello. And I'm Tony.
And yesterday we had a very incredible breakthrough session about freedom in marriage.
Yes.
Thank you, Tony, for facilitating that. And I already told you in text, like, I already feel better. Like, I already feel like I'm addressing and this issue that I've been having for a long time. It's actually been, a really long time. I feel like I've been addressing it the right way now and being supportive. And even though I get resistance, or even though I feel defense, or even though, like, whatever, like, look past it, overcome it, and simply be supportive. And that was cool. I was like, cool. And we didn't, like I said, we didn't talk about the issues that we talked about here.
Yeah.
We talked about the things that were bothering him.
True.
And I was just like listening and trying not to overpower him, trying to listen and be like, okay, always checking my tone, always checking how I'm approaching him. And
your mindset.
And my mindset, because when we first started talking, he was irritated. He didn't want to admit he was irritated, but I just keep asking the questions like you do, following your example. Like, well, how did it make you feel? Do you want that to stop? Like, and just being very plain with my questions instead of looking for an answer to make me mad, to make me react. So it was really, really cool. And like, I was happy. I did, because I felt the moment where I usually would become resistant also. Put my defense up, start assuming things, start judging him. But I let all of that go. And again, remembering my affirmation to be supportive. And for me, the key word for me is support. It's like, if I want support, I need to be supportive.
Exactly. The golden rule.
The golden rule, right? And so once I realized that, I was like, this is easy. This is actually easy. In my mind, I thought it's hard. In my mind, I thought it's impossible.
Yeah.
And then I woke up like 6 a.m, refreshed.
Nice.
And I'm just ready to go. I'm a little bit tired, but I'm like, I can't wait to go work now. I love that feeling when not only am I not physically in pain, but emotionally I'm not in pain too. Yeah, I can go attack what I need to do.
Overcome what you need
overcome,
to do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I have a very masculine personality. By the by, I just want to say we're doing the Freedom Talk. I forgot to mention this. Hashtag 10
for
21 days.
10 for 21.
But we kind of went over that. So how about you, Tanya? How'd you feel after? How did the whole experience, you watched the edit of the whole episode. How did that affect you? And you and Tony, or you and Cindy actually sat down together, sat down together and watched it. So that was cool.
Honestly, Cindy and I had some good laughs in there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of humor, but there's a lot of truths in there. And I love how she loved it. We loved it. How it's so real and raw. And she also added that it's powerful. And I believe there's power in truth, and there's not enough real talk going out there, especially in regards to marriage. And again, this is all based off our personal experiences in our marriage. And we're just sharing that.
Right.
We're not therapists in any way. We're not coaches in any way. We're just married couples just helping each other.
Exactly. Yeah. And I love that. And I love that it's okay to have these conversations. And honestly, one of the things that came up last night with Kevin and I is like, sometimes we just don't know. We want to communicate, but we don't know how to do it. We don't know what words to use. That wouldn't even come to our mind. Like, oh, I didn't even know that was an option for me as to how I could say it, right? And how I could get my point across. This was my point. I said it like this, but it came across a different way because of certain things that went down. And so, sometimes we just need that outside perspective to be like, actually, you can say it like this too. You're still the same intent, still the same message, but because you're addressing it in a way that is more loving, understanding, and compassionate versus you hurt me, this is my reaction, the reactionary,
and I'm going to hurt you back.
Yeah. which is sometimes in a split second it feels good because you're getting your revenge or you're being spiteful or well, you did it to me, well, you did that to me. So like our human ego says, it wants that. It wants to feel that, got you, eye for an eye.
Yeah. Exactly.
But
that anger.
But what's the quote, right? Eye for an eye, everybody ends up blind.
No.
So I don't know. It was really great to put into action those words that you told me last night and just see it right away. It didn't have to be a long time. It could be instant.
It is instant.
Yeah. Did all of our problems go away? No. But in that moment, I was like, yes, it's possible. Before I was thinking, is it really?
Yeah.
Say the words. Say the words anyway. And then let it do what it does. You know what I'm saying? It's like magic. I was like, oh, the words are coming out of my mouth different. Even though I didn't put too much thought into it, I just said the words.
Yeah.
And I felt the words.
What were the words you said to yourself?
I said, every day, every way, in every way, I'm getting better and better and better at becoming a confident, loving, supporting wife.
Ooh.
I just say it over and over again. When I walk down the stairs, I say it. When I make coffee, I said it. When I put in my batteries to go charge it for this show, I said it. Nice. And I was like, dude, I feel it. I feel it. And then I thought back to that conversation that Kevin and I had down at the table where I was like, cool, we're addressing this issue and the way that we interact is different. I feel different. I don't know if he feels different. I feel like it's a little bit different. The defenses are lowering. Maybe they're not completely down, but I'm recognizing it and I'm hearing the patterns. I'm seeing the patterns, but instead of doing my pattern, I interrupt that and I just say support to myself. And the words that come out of my mouth are just better.
And how you feel? What about how you feel?
And
though?
I feel free.
Yeah.
I feel like light as I'm talking to him and providing solutions that you don't have to use it, but at least I'm being supportive and showing like there is no judgment and there is no weight attached to my words. Okay, if you don't want to do the show or you don't feel like this show is valuable, that's okay. Talk to Tony, talk to Cindy, talk to somebody else, and maybe they can give you a different perspective because I'm going to be biased and tell you that this show is dope and that I want to do it because it came from me. So, of course, I'm going to feel that way, and I accept that or I acknowledge that. I recognize that. But if it doesn't speak to you the same way, I also recognize that and I respect that. And I respect why you may not be comfortable and blah, 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 blah. So, and when I said it that way, it was definitely a lot better. Like my defenses is lowered.
Yeah.
I'm like, at first it was like, oh, why don't you want to do it? Right. At first. But then I was like, wait, support. And then boom, 1 degree, like whoop. And then I go off this tangent, which is support instead of this tangent, 1 degree of separation, which was defense.
Yeah.
Yeah. And playing like, oh, I'm on defense with you now.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, go talk to somebody else. Or if you truly do not feel comfortable, I'm also cool with letting this go too.
Yeah.
And this becoming like a personal project for us because I love what it's doing.
Yeah.
For me to be a supportive wife to you, that's great. You don't have to attach anything to this, but I think it's super valuable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of wives and a lot of husbands are going through these similar qualms, these similar challenges. And that is what we want to speak out for, because being in this Asian culture, and even as a woman, right? That pressure, because Cindy also shared how there's a pressure as a woman nowadays. You are expected to clean the house, take care of the house, cook meals for your husband, and also if you have children, your children, right? You also have to take care of so many different things, but you also have to work 9 to 5.
Provide.
You have to provide as well.
Yeah.
But when the husband or boy comes home, right? What do they usually do?
They wait for to be served and I want to eat now. And
that's what I used to do.
Did you clean or,
Yeah, it's like, look.
Did you take out the trash?
From personal experience, like my dad, like he would get mad at my mom in the past because he comes home from work and food's not set.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, well, what have you been doing all day?
Mm-hmm.
And my mom got pissed. And she's like, ever since that day, that moment, she just said, you know what? I'm going to go to work and I will never feel that feeling again.
Yes, I know that feeling.
But it's like fast forward to the modern times, like today, women do a lot of work. They do a lot. But in a marriage, let's take out all the ego and really care about each other.
Yeah.
Like really, like if you see that your wife is busy doing 10 different things and let's say the boy is just focusing on himself, he's tired. Oh, I came home from a long ass day, I'm stressed. I'm going to go play some games or I'm just going to be on my phone while your wife is just slaying in the kitchen, making sure that the home is clean, trying to take out the trash. But all this time, all the boy needs to do to really step up and be a man is take a look, get off his computer or his games or his phone for a bit, and just take a look at what the wife is doing, the woman is doing, and just help out.
Yeah.
And don't ask, oh, can I do something?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Like, just do it.
Yeah, why do you have to
Just
ask
do
me?
it. Like,
it's obvious, right?
Yeah.
It should be obvious. And when I tell you, it goes back to the mom thing. I don't want to feel like your mom telling you, like, if the trash is full or if these things on the table need to be put away. There's a weird thing that goes on between Kevin and I where it's like, you wash your dish, I wash my dish. You took out the ketchup, you put it back. Like that. There's this weird thing that's been going on. And I'm like, I never say anything about it because it's such a small thing. But it's like, why am I thinking about it too? That's my number one. Like, why is it that way? And if I'm thinking about it, it must be something that bothers me. But I don't say anything. And I'm like,
how does it make you feel that?
I think it's silly. It's like tit for tat. It's like score. Again, score. Keeping score. And I did it last time. You know what I mean? That thing. I did it last time, and
it's your turn.
It's your turn, right? So we do that. We still do that shit, and it's so weird because that is a boys and girls mentality, like you say. And there are ways where I'm like, this is so dumb, but that's the way it is. And like, I don't even want to spend the energy to talk about it. I don't want to spend the energy. Like, I'm tired of debating that thing. I'm like, if that's what it is, like, that's what it is. That's what I have come to accept about it. I'm like, it's just the two of us. But then sometimes it gets a little silly. It's just like, you ate the kare from this dish. Yeah. You clean it. Sometimes he does amazing thing and just like, he will clean the whole thing for me. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
How does that make you feel?
I love it. Yeah. Panties be dropping, right?
Damn, Kev.
Panties be dropping when that shit is happening.
The secret formula.
Yeah, like when you do shit for me that I always feel that is my role. But you help me sometimes, you know, not all the time. I like doing that shit. Like, I mean, not that I like doing dishes. It's like, I take pride in taking care of my home, right? I want to do that. But say if my back is very, like, it just hurts to move, blah, 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 right? I hope that you would see that and like, is that still recording?
No, it's good.
Okay. I would hope you would see that and be like, can I help you? Like, you guys, can I help you, Ego? You know, you guys are so new and you're doting on me almost where it's like, oh my gosh, I must be acting hella weak right now. That's what I would feel sometimes. I'm like, no, it's okay. I could do it. It hurts a little bit, but I can do it. You know what I mean? Like, it makes me feel like I can't do.
Oh, when we ask if we can help you?
Yeah, like I love it. And then at the same time, I'm like, oh man, I must be really, am I complaining a lot? Or,
no,
you know what I mean? Like,
okay, this is our mindset though.
I never get that from Kevin.
And this is our mindset when we want to help.
Yeah.
We care about you.
Yeah,
we understand
I love it.
We understand that your, back hurts. And it's like that, although we don't feel the pain, we are aware of it and we understand that, hey, like, you are in pain. And if you were to lift something heavy, it's kind of like unmanly to really just let you do it. It's kind of like, for me, I just gotta help you because we care about you. Cindy and I care about you.
Yeah.
And that's just who we are.
Yeah.
And in our family, just growing up, that's what we gotta do.
Yeah.
Otherwise, let's be honest, it's selfish to just let you do all the work.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how tired one may seem.
Yeah.
In a marriage, it's not tit for tat, score for score.
Yeah.
It's really helping each other. Because
Yeah.
you can get a lot more done with two people than just one person.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Did you guys ever deal with that? Like, I did it last time, or the score thing? No?
Honestly, in a way, it's kind of like we would try and separate, oh, you do the laundry. Actually, in a way, yeah. Because I was like, oh, I took out the kids to pee for like the past 2 days. Can you do it now? And she would feel like, okay. But in the beginning, I thought, as a boy, I thought, oh, well, like, whoa, why are you getting mad? Like, I did that. But again, it comes down to just helping each other, caring for each other, and just doing it because you're partners. Like, take all that score stuff out. Like, that's a competition.
Yeah.
But in a marriage, it's partnership.
Yeah.
You got to grow together.
Right.
And that's what it should be. That's what it's supposed to be. And you know what's amazing, though?
Yeah.
Do you remember the honeymoon feeling that you had with Kevin in the beginning?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how was he in that phase?
He was so doting and spending a lot of money.
For you?
For me, yeah. We go out to eat and gifts and dessert, a lot of food. Lots of food, a lot of food experiences. Let's go here. Let's experience downtown Long Beach, or 3rd Street Promenade, or something like that, right? Like, let's go out and experience.
How did you feel?
And I was like, that was cool. It was fun. Plus, it was new though, and like my anxiety, my IBS anxiety, it was overridden by the new feeling of like, wow, cool. I'm dating. Like, we're this guy's really cool. Like, he's so nice. La la la. Like, I never met anybody who's so like giving and generous. I just thought he was super giving and generous. He is. Like with his money, with his time. He's spending a lot of time with me. So yeah, that was our honeymoon phase. And then when we were dating, and then honeymoon phase, like after we got married, he was just present with me, like present.
Huh.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean present?
Like it felt like he was even more committed in the way that he talks.
Yeah.
And the way that the way that he talks to me. Yeah. And the actions that he was taking, and that he was planning financially for us. And I've been saving since we met, basically to buy us a home. And like, I was like, oh my God, pennies be dropping again, right? Like, buy me a like yes, I want a home. So like, he was facilitating the means of the parts of my dream life that do require money. He's providing that. And he's very aware that he's providing that.
Yeah.
Which I'm so grateful for. It's awesome. Oh, did it turn off?
Yeah. Drats.
This is why we need better stuff.
There we go.
Good.
We will get there. We'll get there.
Stuff that doesn't turn off automatically.
So like, okay, and then what happened? When did life start to become different? Or
the score thing started when we were dating. When we were started, because we lived together from the very beginning. And like putting the toilet paper.
How to put the toilet paper?
Not how, but like just put it. Like when it's done, go put it.
Yeah.
And it's weird. It's so weird. I don't know how this relates to freedom, but maybe you can bring us back to freedom.
Well, I mean, it's good to know everything from the past, because I remember that feeling with Cindy. I felt free to do whatever I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I wasn't really influenced or affected by anybody else. I did what I wanted to do. And Cindy did what she wanted to do. And I remember at the time when I felt truly like unstoppable. I felt like the luckiest man in the world. I was catering to her needs, to her wants.
Kevin said that.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's like, I didn't give a damn about myself. Like, honestly. And I'm sure everybody remembers that feeling.
Yeah.
And what you did from that.
Yeah.
But it all started from the state of mind,
Right.
right?
Right.
Being free to just take care of the person that you were in love with.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, of course, for us, like it didn't go down, I say, but it did become a bit after, influence from our parents, after influence from just life itself. I noticed myself becoming who I used to be, which is a bit more selfish and just being a boy. Like, I stopped caring too much about her.
Yeah.
I just started worrying about finances for myself and her. How will I provide? How will I support her? I just didn't feel like a man anymore because it got real.
Yeah. Yeah, the money thing.
Money thing.
Yeah.
And then like that, it's interesting because I felt I was just a slave to this. If I don't have money, then how can I be respected as a man? And for the longest time, I just couldn't do it, And
Yes, when I first met you, you asked me, what's your relationship to money? How do you think about money? What is your relationship to money now?
Honestly, I used it as my relationship with money is a lot more gratitude now. Before I was so stressed and I kept trying to get money.
Yeah.
I was chasing it so hard, chasing it so long, And I'll be honest with everyone here. Right now, I am still 100% dependent on my parents in regards to financial support. And before...
Takes balls to say that.
No, I mean, before...
Wow, Tony.
Before, though, I was so ashamed of even taking a dime or a penny or a dollar from my parents.
Yeah.
But now I've changed my mindset. Like, look, although I am 100% financially dependent, and my wife too, but mainly me, we're dependent on my parents for that financial support. I am okay with that. I'm at peace with that because I know that I already spoke to my parents about this. And on my journey, our journey to really build this company, Super Jewelry Co., to the top, I already made an agreement with my dad and my mom. Look, I believe in this so hard. I believe in this so much that I just need your support 100% for the first year. And then every year after that, I'm going to need less and less and less.
There's no cutoff date, though?
Third year. Cutoff.
Cool.
And then we agreed. And that's why we're hustling. We have to hustle. And it's freeing, actually.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel entitled.
Yeah.
I don't feel guilty.
Yeah.
Because I never had that talk with my parents.
Yeah.
And it's also like, I feel as a man, I feel a lot more respect for myself because I was able to have that
You
heart to
faced
heart.
it.
I
Yeah.
faced it.
That's a hard conversation to have.
Because I kept running away from it
Yeah.
while I was still taking their money.
Yeah.
I never really talked about it. I just kept taking.
Is the relationship with your parents better?
It's getting better, And it's like my dad, he sees me in a different light, I believe. Because
They respect you for that decision.
my wishes, my plan, It's okay.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I believe he just respects me for standing up and finally standing up for something I really believe in.
Yeah.
So I think that's really important for anyone, especially Asians, because, our parents want to just support us, want to take care of us. Because in a way, they're fearful that we may not make it in the real world by ourselves.
Right.
But they did.
Right.
So why can't we?
Right. With less tools, with less help.
Exactly.
And you're getting so many advantages now, and we're giving gratitude to that, and allowing you to have that freedom that we can hustle with Super and whatever you need to do. We have support. And I feel like parents always they just need to be shown or led
Shown.
and assured that you're going to be okay.
That we got this.
After all, the bottom line,
Yeah.
you're going to be okay. You know, I think all parents feel that way. And same thing with me. Like when I could finally stand up to my parents and say, we'll be okay, you know, I'll be okay. They're like, oh, I don't have to worry.
Exactly.
You know, and the bottom line is they're always, the intent is always good. It may come out a different way because they don't have the words. They don't know how to communicate. Okay, so we be the ones to show and lead that conversation, right? You started the conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
And you told them like 3rd year cutoff.
And it's been something that I've been running away from for so long. I know. I honestly didn't believe that I could even do this because I was being supported by my parents since like when I was born, you know?
Right.
And like even when I got this like job working for Japan, my cap was around $3,400 a month. But then like how can that support my wife and myself in this day and age? My parents were still supporting me. You know? And again, like guys, you can take it how you wish, and that's fine with that. But I know the difference between really being spoiled, which is just taking the money, not even being grateful, and just being entitled, thinking that you're owed that money. And while your parents are the ones breaking their backs to support you, you know. But this is different.
Yeah.
I know that I just need 3 good years. First year, 100% support. Second year, 50%. Third year, 0. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make that happen with my team.
Right.
With my fam right here. You know?
Word.
But I think that's the difference, the mindset. I'm okay with it. I'm at peace with it.
Yes.
It's a loan, if anything.
Right.
Before, no, I was just like, oh, I'm so ungrateful. I'm like, I thought I was grateful.
Yeah.
But I felt I wasn't free because I was holding on to this feeling of, I don't want to be supported by my parents. I don't want to be supported by...
Yeah.
What was I attracting, Meg?
Yeah, I remember that.
What was I attracting into my life?
Right.
My motivation was, I don't want to be supported by my parents.
Yes, yeah.
But now my motivation is I will be financially free.
Right.
From Super Jewelry Co.
Just the language change.
It's what I want, who I want to be. I will become a financially free man.
Right.
You know, and I will be a man who supports my own family. So it's like, again, mind shift. Shift your mindset.
And it's so minuscule when you look back. When you're like faced with the task, it looks impossible.
Yeah.
All the words coming out of your mouth are negative or I don't want, right?
Yeah.
Yesterday, I'm a testament to that. Yesterday, they just come out like this because I'm still in attack mode. I haven't yet healed, but then like, dude, it took a matter of hours, minutes even, right? To say the words and to really feel them. And then, oh, now the words are changing. And I'm not even like, oops, I said the wrong word. Sometimes when people do affirmations, like my mom, for example, she'll do the affirmation, but maybe she said it wrong like that. Maybe she's like me and like uses the words attack or something like this, you know? She'll say it in a way that wasn't correct. And she will judge herself for not saying it correctly, you know, thinking a little bit too hard on it. And it always breaks my heart a little bit because she hasn't yet unlocked it. She hasn't yet healed yet. In order to let that affirmation do its work, you know? And that's, I think, a piece missing sometimes for those of you who are maybe did the affirmations with me yesterday or today. Like there's a piece missing, and don't forget it's really important, is to allow yourself to heal and give yourself permission first instead of skipping that step. I think that was really important for me to uncover and realize I was still hurt. It still hurt, right? Yesterday. And I'm like, yeah, that hurts. And I didn't know. I thought I let it go, but I didn't, because obviously it's coming out in my tone in the way that I was talking about it and crying and all this stuff. And oh, okay, cool. Now I let myself grieve with you yesterday.
You have to feel it.
Feel it. Really go there on camera. You guys saw it. Like, okay, now I can go to the next step. You can't skip steps.
No.
You can't skip the steps. You had to be angry and say those words in order for you to understand the contrast.
Yeah.
This is what it is when you're trying to fake yourself and protect your ego secretly, subtly.
Yeah.
And here's the real way to do it.
Yeah.
And then what happened? There was a massive change in you in a weekend, right? And now you guys, when I see the two of you loving and hugging, and I'm like, oh,
I'll be honest with you,
cute.
Meg. Like, I feel like the man that I was in our honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
I truly believe that the honeymoon phase is not a phase. It's something that you can keep doing.
Yeah, you can.
Like that phase or that feeling, that mindset shows the capability, shows the potential of who you really can be as a partner to each other.
Yeah.
Like really.
Yeah.
And it's like,
it's beautiful.
and like all it takes is a mind shift.
Mind shift.
Shifting your mind to become, because let's say in that honeymoon phase, you were a man and a woman. Then all of a sudden, you have to go back down to reality in a way and through life. But that's the beautiful part of a marriage or a relationship. You get to work towards that, being the best version of you. So you get a glimpse of who you can be. Everyone has the potential to become the best man that they can be and the best woman that they can be.
There's ground zero.
That's ground zero. You just get a taste.
Yeah.
But most people, they don't know how to handle it. They don't know what to do after that is gone.
Right.
They
And all
feel-
these external things.
External things. And
Yeah.
and you feel like, oh, well, that was a moment in time and this is who I am. No, it's
Yeah.
not. This is who you are right now.
Yeah.
But you can get better and better and better to become the true man that you're called to be, a true woman that you're called to be.
Yeah.
Like really. And now I'm a testament to that.
Right.
Like I have a lot to learn, yes, but I'm happy that I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
Today,
I'm here on that track.
Today,
Yeah.
Meg, I was like, every day and every way, I'm getting better and better and better at being a man, you know? I felt it. I felt so good.
Yeah.
Because now I'm just like, baby, what do you need help with? Like in my mind, I don't say, what do you need help with to her out loud anymore. I look and I'm like, I'm a man on a mission to help my wife just become, ooh, my man got me.
Yeah.
My man, I'm going to respect my man. Panties be dropping.
Panties be dropping.
But it's like, she feels appreciated. She doesn't need to say a damn thing anymore.
I love it.
Because
Yeah.
I just see
Yeah.
the problems or see challenges.
You see the route. You see the path.
I see what I
and
need
you go,
to do.
and you walk through the door.
You just do it.
Yeah.
There's no one telling me except myself in the past, you don't need to do it.
Yeah.
She got it.
She'll tell me if she wants to. Yeah.
Exactly. Like she'll tell me.
Yeah.
But then like, what? Like, no, don't wait.
Yeah. You're waiting for what? What are you waiting for?
What are you freaking waiting for? Lord of the Rings, Gimli, man.
Yeah.
Sheesh, But it's so true. And that's what freedom is, Meg. Like freedom. Just to be the best version of you.
Yes.
It's all it takes is in your mind.
Yeah.
And I told you this yesterday, Meg, but I want to tell everyone here. Ooh, I'm so dark. But anyway, when I first started this affirmation to myself, for myself, this was 2 years ago. I heard the worst talk back from my own self. The first time I said it, I said every day and every way I'm getting better and better. Right away in my own mind and my own voice, it says, no, you're not. Damn, that gives me goosebumps because like how often are we saying that to ourselves, but not even being conscious of it, not being aware of it?
Forever, you just keep saying that. You self-edit so much. And you stop your greatness from showing. Like we stop
ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. And like, there's so many times where I would not speak up. And now I'm getting more emboldened to be confident and say, what I'm saying is not being attacking. It's not being complaining. It's not being a bitch. Like, stop telling yourself that for whatever reason, why do you default to think if you have something to say that you're being a bitch because somebody else told you, or you told you, or society told you that bossy equals, or you're being bossy, which means a bitch.
In the media,
right? That's in the media all the time, right? And you believe that story. And I'm like, no, it's because I'm your wife, or I'm your partner, or I'm your business partner, I'm your friend. I got your back.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say something because I'm ultimately looking out for you. I'm not thinking about me. And so when I come at it that way, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, it's like, yeah, you should know this. You know, if you have some shit on your face, I should let you know. Yeah. You know, if you got something in your teeth.
You didn't tell me last time, so it's
I
on
should
you.
let you know. Yeah. I'm not going to just let you walk around with spinach in your teeth. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Like it's the same concept. Letting somebody know that they have something in their teeth because you don't want them to look like a damn fool or whatever, right? Like you're looking out for them. I got your back. Like what Cindy said to me. She's like, yeah, now it feels like he's got my back.
Really? She said that?
She said that.
That's amazing.
I was like, that's dope. Yeah. Yeah, like 2 days ago when she was explaining. And I was telling Kevin, I was like, you know, Cindy is very grounded, very like emotionally stable.
Yeah, she is.
I always tear up when I'm talking about this shit. I'm like, I want to get to that level where it's like, it's cool. Yeah, we're good. Like, yeah, I respect him now, you know? The men want respect. That's all they want. And the women want respect too, and appreciation. Yeah. And like, she was just able to say that like super straight faced as if it was a super normal conversation. And I was like, oh wait, her tone is so relaxed, but this is some deep shit going on right now, you know? And she's so like grounded. Yeah. Grounded, you know? I always think that about her. Like she's earth. She's the element earth. She's so grounded. And I was like, I want to learn from that too, you know? But I want to be stable.
Of course.
When I'm talking about this stuff, because that would mean that I have completely healed. Like if I'm still shaking and stuff, I feel like that's my cue to like, maybe I haven't really addressed it. If I'm still getting that physiological hotness, like when you get mad or something, or like something's off and you feel that, right? Your temperature rises or your ass starts sweating or whatever. And you're like, oh, something's up. Yeah. So it's to be my signal. And I just see that in Cindy. Like, I want to be like that. Like, it's cool. It's good. I squashed it. You know what I mean? Like she's stable.
Well, I mean, it took time though.
Right.
Because even in our marriage, like this stable woman that you see now, it wasn't always like that in our marriage.
Yeah. I want to be there, you know?
It was like, me and Cindy were where you were at with Kevin. And it's like, it was a rocky ass road. There's so many challenges, but it felt like it was just the same damn thing. Yeah. It's just different forms of it, but same damn thing. Yeah. And I thought we overcame it together, but no, we didn't. Yeah. And again, mind shift. 50-50 mind shift, you know? And it's like, we got to be free to just be ourselves, you know, flaws and all. Yeah. But at the same time, if you're going to be married, if you're going to be responsible enough as a husband and responsible enough as a wife, you both have to make sure to really care about each other's interests before your own. You got to put yourself down. Yeah. That is the difference between a boy or a girl and a man and a woman. Can you really just put yourself down? And because you want to love the other person more than yourself. If you can't, just be single. It's fine. Yeah. You know, go ahead, date, have sex, whatever you want to do. No one's stopping you if you're single. Yeah. But if you're going to step up to the plate and become a husband and a wife, you got to keep this in mind. You got to change your mindset. Right. And it's like, come on. And especially as Asians, right? Yeah. Okay, I know we're just going to go off the flow, guys. Just want to let you know there is no... Ooh.
Everything's dead. Okay. This is dead.
So it's audio now. All right,
it's audio.
So just want to let you know that, look, there is no assigned script or whatever. It's just going off the flow and our own experiences. And as Asians, right? Yeah. I don't know. Do you feel like you're pressured to live either with the in-laws or your own parents in the beginning? Because I felt that way. Like Cindy and I started.
Well, we did. I mean, we lived with Kevin's mom, and it was difficult for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, it was difficult for Cindy and I too. But have you ever noticed that whenever you do live back with your parents, that you become that girl or that boy that you were?
That's why it was so hard.
Yeah.
It's like there were so many of these behaviors that I would see. I already moved out, you know. I already made peace with my parents. I forgave my parents. All that shit. And now I could be away and they could miss me. And whenever I come home, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
They treat me like a princess.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you, you know. But the relationship that I see on the outside, again, just from what I see on the outside, it's very different, you know. And so when I was living day in and day out with that, like, it was just odd. And I never felt like I was married to, I didn't feel married yet. Like I didn't feel like a husband and wife yet, because we had to be quiet when we have sex or when we come home, like, you know, we're in your mom's house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this kind of things, like I didn't feel free to express. If I was having a shit day, I have to put on a jolly face, which was really hard for me because like I show everything in my face.
Yeah.
I will not lie to you if I'm in pain or if whatever, like if I'm having a bad day and like sometimes like, and people will feel my irritation because I don't have anywhere to go. I'm just there in your house. I have to obey your rules. And now that I'm here, I don't feel like a woman. I feel like still in college, renting a room, just renting a room or whatever. Like I'm just a guest here. I'm not. And that's why for me, it was so important to have a home. It was like, to be separate. Like, oh my God, I hate it. Yeah. I was hating it. Yeah. I was in such a negative place all the time. I was irritated all the time. Yeah. And like, I would voice this to Kevin. I was like, we have to have our own home. Like if we rent, dope. I just got to get out of here.
Got to get out.
And often I would think, I'll just move out on my own. Like, you can come visit me.
Yeah.
You know, like, but I gotta go. Like, it was up to that point where I was like, really, like, I cannot be here anymore. I really needed my own place. Something of ours, not just me. It was like, if we cannot have something of ours, okay, I'm gonna get something of mine, right? Like, now I have to go to this option. So, but fortunately, Kevin heard me, and he wanted to also be free too, finally. And he was like, I have to be free so that, you know, my mom can miss me. We can have a nicer conversation instead of every conversation being about money or irritation or something, you know, our normal pattern, you know, like get some separation and be my own man and pay for my own thing and be in my own house. And I don't know if that really for him did anything, but for me, oh man, that was really freedom. And when I made that video I made it right here, that video about the first day that we moved into this house, and I could make a video, like, I'm like, I feel free.
Yeah.
To be me, to walk around naked if I want to, right? To,
hell yeah.
You know, whatever I want to do. Because I'm 30 fucking years old, I want to do what I want to do. Like, I am a woman. I want to do what I want to do. Yeah. You know what I mean? And cook what I want to cook. And
say what you want to say.
Clean when I want to clean, right? And it's designed the way I want. And when I come home, it smells like what I want it to smell like. Yeah. Or all these things.
All those things.
Ownership. I want to own my life. I don't want to be a part of somebody else's life. A little corner over here, like all irritated and mad. Like, yeah. So when that happened, it was like freedom, you know, living with the parents. Oh my gosh. That's so hard, dude. How long did you live with them?
Okay. So I lived with my parents and Cindy with for about 3 months or so.
Oh, no.
Couldn't even handle it. And like one thing that Cindy mentioned was I was just my old self, a boy. Like the boy where my parents would just let me sleep until 12 if I wanted to.
Wow.
I would just go home and I would just watch TV and not even engage in conversations with my wife or my parents while they're there. I was just doing my own thing.
Yeah.
Because that's what I used to do, you know, before even Cindy was in my life, you know. And I would just want to play games.
Yeah.
I would just want to do my thing.
Yeah.
But again, where is that mentality coming from?
Yeah.
Like, I believe that for Asians, for me, when I did go to my parents, I was just my old self, my boyish self again.
Yeah.
And Cindy picked up on it.
It's comfortable. It's familiar.
It's very comfortable. And that was like really difficult for me.
Yeah.
And then like Cindy picked up on it and she was having troubling times with that because she thought she was marrying a man, but all of a sudden she's like, what the fudge is this? You know, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
You know, why are you always watching TV? Why aren't you really even helping me out? Basically, why aren't you on my team? Like, where the hell did you go?
Yeah.
And then also we moved in and lived with her parents, my in-laws.
Wow.
And even then, that was tough. Actually, it was a lot more tougher for me at that situation because Cindy became more comfortable with her parents and kind of, in a way, became her old self. You know. And then I just resorted to just playing games, like just doing my own thing because they're Taiwanese and I'm Korean.
It's hard to connect.
They don't always speak English, but I honestly believe, looking back, I made it hard for myself.
Yeah.
They do speak English. They do welcome me. I was the one shunning myself out. I was the one doing my own thing.
Yeah.
Like, they're family oriented. They're great. You know, they love each other. They love me. I love them. But I was the one pushing them away, not them pushing me away. And that was, again, my mentality, you know? And then got to the point where it just seemed like I was lazy. You know, I was just doing things that I wanted to do. I wasn't really looking for ways to help Cindy or her family, you know? But then again, eventually we did move out and it was a great freeing feeling and it was freeing.
How long did you stay with Cindy's parents?
I would say it felt like almost a year.
Oh,
yeah. So it was quite a while. And like they didn't even charge rent or anything. Yeah. So I'm super grateful. But I also remember how like I wasn't really grateful back then. And that was me. That was my fault. Yeah. You know? But of course, when we moved out and everything, like you get to focus on your marriage. You get to focus on what you want. And it's very challenging because now all of a sudden
nothing to hide.
Nothing to hide, but also you gotta grow up from what you used to be or what you were used to as a child, as a boy and girl, and you gotta work towards being that man and woman, being that husband and wife.
Right.
You know, and that's the challenge. Like, can you overcome your old self?
Right.
And let me throw this out there. This is one affirmation that I've recently been doing for the past 2 to 3 weeks. Every day in every way, I'm letting go of my past self and I'm becoming my best self. And another thing is if you're, scared of failure or you're tied to your mistakes, here's another one for you. Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better and better at letting go of my past mistakes and moving forward. Like, you gotta let that shit go.
Yeah.
And you gotta remember to keep moving forward.
Right.
And like, it's amazing because you know how I told you in the beginning when I first started this, my own voice in my head was like saying, no, you're not.
Yeah.
You're fat. You know, like, no.
Yeah.
Like, you're poor or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Now.
Is it quiet now?
It's so quiet in my mind. And I felt so cursed. I felt like there was a devil inside my mind.
Yeah.
Like, and it was me, my own devil, me.
Yeah.
And I was like, how can I ever let go of this voice?
Yes. Yeah. How can I let go of that voice?
And it's your own voice. You know what I mean?
You're like, but you're there.
But it's like, Meg, I think we're onto something here.
Me too. Yeah.
This is huge. Like, your mind.
I feel so lifted. Even the way just saying the words.
Say it again. Say your affirmation again.
Okay. Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better and better at becoming a confident, loving, and supporting wife.
Amazing.
I love it. Like, the more that I say it to, it gets easier.
Yeah.
The first time it was like, you know how there's
Am
like a
I?
little,
You know?
frog in your throat and tears in your eyes. Well, for me anyway, that's how it was. And then I would feel more like the first time I said it was like a little painful. And then the second time it was like, okay. And then the third time it was like, yay. And then like now that the tears are not from pain, but from joy. That it's a different feeling and that the voice is quiet. And it was like, okay. And I know the voice is there. Something that I've been reading in The Power of Now is like, acknowledge and witness those negative thoughts, and the negative ego is there. It's there.
Yeah.
All right, you're there. I know you're there. And you'll come back sometimes and whatever and try to seduce me and make me weak. But I'm at peace with you. Like, I don't go, Like, I'm at peace with you. I'm at peace with that voice that sometimes comes up. And just acknowledge, witness it. Like, okay, you're there. That's interesting. And then make your shift. Instead of seeing it and being like, oh, why am I thinking like that?
And running away from
it. And then judging yourself.
Yeah.
Like, let go of the judgment. You see it there, you witness. Okay, I witness you. I acknowledge it. And then, whoop, move on.
Move on.
Yeah. Like, no attachment there. It's like seeing your ex in the street and going, sup?
Yeah.
Move on. Right? Like,
there.
all the shit that happened, what's up? Cool, move on. I can smile at you now. Right? I'll smile at you, ego. I know you're there.
Yeah.
You could be there, but I'm gonna go this way.
Yeah. You're moving forward.
I'm moving forward. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's how I face any of the resistance too. All right, I see you there. I try to understand and be compassionate. Why? Try to understand. Okay. I'm just gonna move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or address it in another way or something like that.
And Meg, you know what's cool about all this self-affirmation, right? It starts with your marriage. It starts with who you want to be as a wife. And then as this progresses and it works for you, because it's going to show up in your life,
Yes.
you will become that amazing, confident, supportive, and encouraging wife.
Yes.
You're going to be like, what else can I do this with?
Yeah. Business. Yeah.
Friendship.
Sales. All those things that you want outside of yourself. Yeah.
Everything.
Your parents.
It's unlimited.
Yeah.
Like your health and fitness, your
Health.
back.
Yes.
Your back.
Yes,
Meg.
that is really important because now I'm finally feeling supported, like I said.
Huh.
Now I'm feeling, when I look in the books that address why you have an ailment or an illness, it goes, if you have a problem with your low back, it's in this book that I have, and it says, you're most likely at unease in the change in your life, or you're not willing to change yourself. And I'm like, dude, I feel like I'm willing to change. But I find out with our conversations, there's still resistance there. There's still hurt there that I have not addressed for whatever reason, right? And like, oh, okay. It's really addressing the source. And now are you willing to change? Not doing that fake ass change or that half ass change where like, yeah, I'm saying the words, but did you really go inside and address your hurt and your pain and acknowledge your pain and be like, okay.
You have to face yourself.
Face it. Did you really face it? And sometimes it's like, you can't tell people how to do it. You just have to find it for your own, like, I don't know how I did it yesterday. You were there to help unlock that. I think that's a special gift that you have, is to unlock certain things within people. And you were able to unlock it. I've maybe seen that before. I've heard it before, right? But it's great that you were there to unlock the key so I could walk through the door. I see it. I see it right there.
It's on your mind.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Huh?
So it's cool. And now I'm just doing things that are lining up for me to get better. Today I was able to do squats
Nice.
with no pain. The knee's been sore.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why is it still sore? You know, knees are supposed to support you in life. And if you are not giving yourself the support in life, it manifests biologically in your body. For me, I'm very receptive to if I'm not being flexible in my own mentality and my emotionality, in the people that are around me, or even with myself, my body seems to respond to that. And it tells me with an ache in my back and a hurt in my knee and all that stuff that you are being stubborn or stiff or unmoving.
Yeah.
If I am unmoving emotionally, my body is also not moving.
Yeah.
Physically, I'm in pain, you know?
Yeah.
So the more that I become and find freedom in my own mind and from my ego and with my marriage, the more I feel the progress in my body.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I was like, that's dope. I already knew that, but I didn't know how to do it. Because I knew it because the book told me. And I'm like, I know you're telling me this, but like, how do I do it?
What do I do?
Yeah.
What do I do after you tell me?
What do I do? Like, I know this is the freaking map or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know where to start.
Yeah.
I don't know what are the words.
Exactly.
So that's, for me, the importance of this podcast alone, whether nobody listens to it.
Oh, we just need one person to really listen to it.
I'm listening,
Like,
and it's
we don't
helping
actually,
me.
you know what? We don't need anyone to listen to it. Like,
It's what I'm saying.
we
I
just
don't need you
attract
to even listen.
Okay, check
Yeah.
this out. Every day in every way, our Golden Rule podcast is getting better and better and better.
Yes. Well, we'll
Like-
have cameras that actually work through the whole show.
Like, boom, it's going to happen, you know? And it's like,
Yeah.
for your knee, for
Yeah.
your back, for your IBS. Because I suffered with acne for a long ass time.
I know your face is clearing up.
And then I was like, yeah, thank you. But I was like, every day, how about let's try it, right? I was like, every day in every way, my face is getting better and better and better. And I kid you not, Meg, like all of a sudden it got better, but my actions were changing to make it better.
Right.
So that's why I believe
Yeah.
that
It's not
with,
just a magic pill.
with your mind, it's not a pill at all. Ugh.
Yeah.
Screw those pills.
Yeah.
This is free.
Yeah.
You can do it anytime.
Yeah.
You have to do it for yourself though.
Right.
So your knee, let's say,
Yeah.
you have a problem with it, right?
Yeah.
Say to yourself, every day in every way, my knee is getting better and better and better.
Yes.
I kid you not. Something in your action will change to make it better.
Right.
Someone in your life will come to help make it better.
I did that yesterday.
It's amazing.
Huh.
In your back,
Yeah.
every day in every way, my back is getting better and better and better.
And I'm taking the actions like the brace. And I bought a brace before, but for whatever reason, this one is working.
Boom. For whatever reason.
Dr. Barbara Chang, shout out to her.
Yeah, thank you, Barbara.
Thank you.
You're attracting it, but
Yeah.
it all comes from your mind.
Right.
Because how often have I heard, just from the short time I've known you, oh, my IBS, or oh, my back hurts so much, oh, my knee. You were saying these things, and of course it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because that's what you were focusing on.
Right.
Your problem, your problem, your problem.
Right.
But now you're focusing on my knee is getting better and better and better.
Yeah. Yeah.
My back is getting better and better and better.
Yeah.
Simple things like that is all a shift in your mindset, and you're saying it out loud, and it's going to come right back to you.
I love it too. Like, this affirmation is different than like, because when I first learned affirmations, they're like, it's like I am statements, right? Thank you. Or something
I
like
am the
this.
greatest.
But the way that you phrase it is better and better and better, is like focusing on the word better, which is not perfect.
No.
It's not tomorrow.
No.
It's not right now. It's just like progress, not perfection, right? Progress, not perfection. And that is reasonable to the mind of humans.
It's possible.
It's possible. It's like, I'm not telling you to go say a magic phrase and it's going to happen tomorrow. That's why people have a lot of mistrust in this manifestation talk or self-help or whatever you want to put on that term.
Yeah.
And that's why they have a lot of, I think, defense if you start talking about it with them versus how we are already here. Right. And so that affirmation, I think, is special. And I want to put that out there. It's like, that's why this affirmation is working, I think, because of the words being used.
Yeah.
It's not a words, and because words mean something, right?
Words
better
are
and better
everything.
and better. Yeah. Better and better, better. That's reasonable to, I think, even the most skeptical person.
Just
who's
try it for yourself.
Stubborn to change or not open to change, right? They're words that are a nice bridge instead of being over here all the way on the other spectrum, like advanced course, right?
Yeah.
This one is more 101, like easy, like you believe it easier. And that's all it is. It's you believing. So whatever it takes for you to believe, let's use that. Let's take advantage of that tool.
Yeah.
So,
and again, we only want to talk about what's working for each other, what's working in our lives. If it's not going to work for you, that's okay.
yeah.
But apply it. See if it will.
And give it a fair shot.
Give it a fair shot.
Yeah.
Because look, we're not bullshitting here. This is something that I've personally been doing for the past 2 years. And like, I've gotten to the point where I was always working for somebody else, building somebody else's dream, living out somebody else's passion and plans for me, and just helping others. And I love helping others. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like what we're doing here, this podcast, Super Jury Co., just having just even meeting each other, this is all for me. Like this, I can personally finally say, this is for me. And I'm living out my passion.
Yeah.
And I'm strong enough, and I have strong conviction and belief enough to tell my parents, thank you so much for supporting me.
Yeah.
I need your help 100%. Just help me the first year.
Yeah.
And I will show you second year, I'm going to need 50%. Third year, you and I are free from each other. I will be free from your support.
Yeah.
Finally. And as an Asian, that's tough as hell.
Yes.
How are you going to tell your parents? Like for me, I'm a son.
Yeah. The firstborn son.
The firstborn son. Like my mama, she babies the shit out of me. She fears for my life, or she fears for her own life that I cannot make it, you know? And it's like, well, yeah, like I was treated like a baby. Of course I'm not going to make it, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like those birds, the little baby chicks that are just like, feed me, feed me, feed me. And I'm like, oh, too scared to fly. You know, like I'm just getting fatter. My wings are getting smaller. You feel me?
Yeah.
But my dad has been cool in my life because he's always been the one to kind of just say, do it, push yourself, try. And then like, he's really, as a man to man, he's the one that I really not needed support from or confirmation from or approval. It's just letting him know that, hey, thank you for your plans for me. But this is something that I really, really will die for.
Yeah.
That I believe in.
Yeah.
That I have to give my all in to. And he respected that.
Yeah.
And I said, look, if it doesn't work, let's say, after 3 years, fine.
Yeah.
I'll go back to your plan for me.
Uh-huh.
But let me try.
Yeah.
Let me go all in.
Yeah.
I'm freaking 30, you know?
Yeah.
Like my 20s, I get it, but
Yeah.
let me do this.
Yeah.
And everyone has a different time frame. Let's say that. Everyone has a different time frame. But for me, it's this year.
Yeah.
So I just want to let everyone know that, look, freedom in marriage, freedom in your health, freedom, it all comes from your mind. Your mind is the most powerful tool that we're not utilizing.
Yes.
We are seriously being so comfortable. We're comfortable in our own home. We're comfortable playing games. We're comfortable watching TV for hours on end until we sleep. We're comfortable, especially on our phones. So many distractions. But at the same time, that's what you're attracting. That's what I was attracting. But now I'm attracting different things, different people, different content, passion, you know?
Yeah.
And so it's like, look, I love the fact that our minds are the best tool for our own success or whatever we want in life.
And it's free.
And it's free.
It's free.
Like
24/7, you can use it.
Meg, do you have to pay for your own mind?
No.
Like, do I have to? No, I don't have to pay for my own mind.
But
like,
you got to take care of it.
you have to take care of
And
it, though.
cherish it. Cherish this tool that you have.
Exactly.
Like, oh, wow.
Kidding?
Give thanks to your mind.
Yeah.
How
Thank you,
powerful
mind.
it is.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing me here. Like, I could see that the mind can be twisted in ego, and I accept that duality that we all have. But it's just as easy to go the other way. Yeah. Right?
And like all these companies, they want your mind.
They do want your mind. They want all
to
the things about
control you.
Yeah.
Like really, like let's be real.
Yes.
Why is there so much advertising? Why is there a norm?
Mm-hmm.
Why is there any of this? I get the laws. Yeah, don't kill each other, obviously, but to buy a certain thing to feel or be a certain person?
Yeah.
Like, is that you telling yourself that? Or is it like these big ass corporations that are spending billions into marketing and advertising doing that? Because they are studying consumer behavior. So they can control your mind. They can get a hold of your mind. They are the ones paying to get inside your mind.
Right.
But we ourselves, we are free.
Free, yeah.
And this is free. Affirmations are free.
Right.
Google it. Go it out there.
Yeah.
Or even listen to this and apply it.
Right.
Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better and better at
fill in the blank.
Fill in the blank. Who you want to be, what you want to do. And go for it. And just do it. Especially despite what you will be telling yourself in the beginning.
Right.
Because let's face it, it's going to be negative. It's not going to be what you're telling yourself in the mirror or to yourself. But it doesn't matter. Keep going and your mind will be clear. It will be quiet. You will be able to live in the present moment, not a slave to the past or stuck in the future. You can actually be in the present and do something about it.
Word. I love it, dude. Let's wrap it up.
All right, cool. Let's do it.
Thank you so much, guys, for listening on the Golden Hour, our Golden Rule.
Golden Rule.
I actually had another show called the Golden Hour. We appreciate you so much. Please leave a comment as to maybe how, if you're open to doing affirmations, type in the comments right now. Yes, I'm going to do affirmations, and type what you are affirming to yourself right now in the comments. We would love to see it and engage with you guys there. Please subscribe to the channel to get more stuff like this. Tony and I are just going to keep busting out episodes, hopefully. I don't know. I really don't know.
Value. Really.
We'll see how that goes, but even if this doesn't go public, it's public for ourselves. And I'm so blessed and thankful for this.
Whoa, man, come on now. We gotta say what we want out of this. What do we want out of this?
I mean, but I want to respect my team.
Yeah.
And make sure that certain voices are heard. Because I know in this way, in the way that I'm super passionate about this podcast, for sure, I would love to just put it out there.
Yeah.
Public. I have nothing to hide. Like, I'm ready to go there. Yeah. But I will not force others to do the same. And so this is me being supportive and saying, I respect that if this does not go live, that I'm cool with that.
Okay.
But for us, the deed is done. Like, we've done it for us. Yeah. I've done it for myself to come on here with you and spend the time and talk for an hour some. And like, we did it forget the views and the marketing strategy behind this. I've already won because we've done this together. So that's why I'm like, I'm at peace with it. If it goes out or not, I respect why if it doesn't go out, and I'm at peace with that. But like, for me, the deed is done. The podcast is in my mind. Like, I'm a fan. I'm a super fan. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the only audience member that needs to be pleased.
Hey, me too. Add me in there.
So
I love it.
I'm good. You know, I love it, and I'm light, and I'm free. So thank you. And thank you guys for listening. Once again, my name is Meg Le Vu.
My name is Tony Chang.
Here at Super Jury Co.
Thank you.
See you.
Bye.